hasil dari spiritual practice, dari yoga. Mengapa orang begitu datang ke Bali dia happy? Bali artinya kembali kepada diri sendiri. Back to yourself.
Bali, island of the gods. The place of longing entices you with its mysterious temples, artfully laid out rice terraces, and incredible surf beaches. Bali is the El Dorado for yoga enthusiasts and truth seekers. Spirituality can be felt everywhere on the island. But how is tourism changing the island and its local population? It's 5 a.m. in Ubud, the cultural center of the island. One of the most known gurus of Bali, Ketut Arsana, is getting ready for the day. As always, it will be filled with meditation, healing, and yoga. The first public item on the agenda is a free yoga class for locals in a parking lot near Ubud's famous monkey forest.
Ke kiri, ke kanan, agak melingkar, agak memutar. Leher dulu, leher dulu. Terus tambah merasa semutan, artinya memanjang lagi. Mau buka tangan.
Ketut Arsana is one of the first to establish yoga in Bali in the 1980s. He is a legend for being a yoga teacher and is known far beyond the borders of Bali. He comes from a shamanic family. His knowledge of traditional Hindu healing arts was passed down to him by his father and grandfather.
Yoga sangat penting. Mondo kan ya mungkin dia kesibuk. Saya perlu 5 menit tuh.
Mengajarkan yoga dan yang dibareng dengan meditasi untuk kami bisa keluar dari masalah stres, bisa menenangkan, bisa mengalirkan pikiran yang positif.
Itu yoga itu muncul kan. Dan Surya Namaskar membangkitkan energi untuk tubuh. Surya itu kan membangkitkan. Sing ada matahari kan gelap mereka. Dunia ini mati tadi ini. Karena ada kalau Surya Namaskar. Utara Surya itu hidup pengenergi di bumi kita sedih. Dan Surya Namaskar, Surya di dalam diri masuk hidup. Ini energi lagi aktivitas go. Allah, apa semondo kan segar lagi.
Soon, this place will be swarming with tourists, because next to the parking lot is the famous monkey forest. The long-tailed macaques can move freely in the park. They are considered to be holy and are worshipped as the descendants of monkey general Hanuman. Ubud is considered to be the cultural center of the island. It is located in the highlands and has a population of 34,000. During the Dutch colonial rule, Ubud was already known for healing arts and medicine, and as a popular health resort for Balinese rulers. Craftspeople and artists who beautified the buildings by order of the rulers settled here. Foreign artists came here as well. These days, many carvings are also made for tourists. Bali's widest section is just 145 kilometers, making it one of the smaller islands of Indonesia. It is also the only one that is largely Hindu. There are around 30,000 temples. The Balinese honor their gods with traditional gamelan music and dance. By now, Ubud is also known for the Bali Spirit Festival, one of the largest yoga festivals in the world.
For me to be here is for more of myself to let go and be more free, and have that inner peace within myself as well.
Almost 6,000 visitors from all over the world come to the festival to be enchanted by yoga gurus, spiritual healers, and dance and music. One ticket costs around $800 US.
Well, the energy of everyone here to start with is amazing. You always, whenever you walk past someone, they're always smiling and always happy.
Di Kokolab Stage ya, biar ada di sana. Kita kurang bisa beli satu roll.
One of the festival initiators is the Balinese Dek Gunarta. He's one of the most influential yogis on the island. During the festival, it's his organizational talent that's needed.
The first day is always chaotic and we didn't have enough table for dining. They bring the top but they forget the base. So it's gonna work out, you know. We still have a couple of hours to use to that. Yeah. Yeah.
The yoga festival is a popular employer in the region. Almost 400 people work here. Many of them are local artists.
Ruli is the one in charge with the decoration.
By creating such an art like this, like traditional art like this, we continue the tradition of art and craft that is already strong in Bali, but we give it a stage for people from all over the world to see.
The organizers put importance on their role as ecological pioneers. The food is vegan, and almost everything comes from the island. In order to produce the least amount of waste, the plates are made out of bamboo and banana leaves. The waste is strictly sorted and later recycled. Their newest acquisition?
Don't be afraid, it's not smelly, it's not like those porta toilet you carry all over places. Do your business. After the toilet paper, same thing, and then after that you scoop this instead of water. So we didn't use water. You scoop the sawdust, bang, done. So there's no water to be waste, and all of the compost will be mixed later with sawdust, could be a good compost to use in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. That's adding the value of the festival to a certain level. Because, you know, like a lot of people think the toilet is always thing in the festival. We have a great toilet.
Bring your hands onto your neck as if you're just chilling in the beach. Use your core.
The origin of the festival goes back to the terrorist attacks in 2002 and 2005. Tourism took a tumble. The entire island was under shock.
Going back when we have the big tragedy, there was a terrorist attack and taken about 200 lives of our friend from Australia. And after that, Bali is considered as not a safe place to be. And in the first place, Bali, the main income for Bali is tourism. So, you know, we're all wondering what we should do next. And we just feel like, okay, this is maybe about the time for us to offer a new concept about a different paradigm of tourism. I'm from a local guy, and my family is all in the Balinese religion, Balinese spirituality, artists, and all of that stuff. So we choose the three big core of activities: yoga, music, and dance.
For Dek and his wife, it wasn't about tourists at any cost. They wanted to convey the spirit of the island and counter the horrible events with something positive. They have succeeded in doing that with the Bali Spirit Festival. Thousands come here every year to meditate, dance, and sing. The festival is a trailblazer for the big yoga trend on the island. yoga in Bali is largely in foreign hands. One of the few Balinese yoga schools on the island is Pranava Yoga. Local yoga teacher Diaz is rehearsing in Canggu for the biggest yoga moment of his life, teaching a class at the Bali Spirit Festival. His best friend Juni, who is also a yoga teacher, will assist him during the festival.
Look up.
Nervous nggak?
Enggak. Gue nggak nervous, Nek. Gue semakin banyak orang, semakin gue gila.
Oke,
Semakin
semakin kayak
semangat.
greget mau.
Semakin on. Semakin on. Cuman yang gue takutin apa coba? Gue cuma takut kalau instruksi gue nggak kedengeran jelas, karena banyak orang. Terus takutnya mereka nggak bisa ngikutin karena instruksi nggak jelas. 1.
Diaz started doing yoga just 2 years ago. He practiced it to rebuild his muscles after an injury. His teacher recognized his talent and advised him to train as a yoga teacher. The fact that he's teaching at one of the largest yoga festivals after just 2 years of hands-on experience is a huge opportunity for him.
Kelasnya sendiri saya beri nama Dancing Warrior. Berarti you're gonna be strong, kuat seperti warrior, but then you're gonna be graceful like gods and goddess.
So you ready? Yes. Okay, task for Bali Spirit.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Part of Diaz's success is due to his social media presence. That's why the two are planning a photo shoot today. Their favorite destination is Pantai Sese Beach. Diaz used to be a model and worked at an ad agency. After his accident, he had an existential crisis. He quit and became a yoga teacher.
Teras aja ambil foto gue pakai dari kandang.
Di situ. Nama itu yang mana?
Mana aja terputar lu ambil aja bagusnya gimana.
Ya. Di batu yang tinggian kali, Nek.
Where?
Tuh.
Sakit coy.
Bisa lah. Lurusin kakinya. Tahan. Ya. Kencengin kaki lu, buka dadanya. Ayo find your balance, Nek. Ayo. Terus. Hold. Tahan. Sekarang?
Pers.
Oh, jadi ceritanya lu ngeliatin foto?
Kelihatan tinggi.
Iya.
Misalnya kita ambil foto untuk social media, Facebook atau Instagram, karena setiap hari kita harus update schedule, kelas, dan kadang-kadang juga bukan hanya itu juga, kita juga taruh untuk kayak trick and tips gimana caranya untuk mendapatkan poster tersebut.
Tahan.
The young Balinese generation relies on digitalization, self-marketing on social media, and tourism as sources of income. The Bali Spirit Festival fits into that as well. Diaz and Juni are all the more excited about their big moment in just 2 days. A few rice fields away is a social media and yoga-free zone. The Tegalalang Rice Terraces are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is also called Stairway to Heaven by the Balinese.
Tidak sungguh tidak ternyata pernah yoga sih, tidak pernah yoga. Tapi di sawah saya bisa bikin padi, saya bisa supaya jadi makan, saya bisa.
71-year-old Wayan Kantun has dedicated his entire life to rice. He's been working here since he could walk. There's a small shrine on every field. The Hindu goddess Devi Sri, responsible for rice, receives offerings. Wayan Kantun gets up at 5:30 in the morning every day and often works until midnight. Hardly anyone wants to do this strenuous job. the rice terraces have a sophisticated watering system that is high maintenance. The hard work leaves its marks. Planting is also laborious and can only be done by hand. Heavy machinery would damage the sensitive terraces.
Sapi ya ada garis, ini kakinya ke bawah kakinya ini, baru saya ini 6 biji.
He rarely finds helpers for the difficult work. Sometimes Filipino guest workers come to the island for the rice production or the harvest. Locals prefer to work in tourism. The harvest is just enough for his personal needs, sacrifices, and as a means of bartering. Wayan Kantun lives modestly with his wife. They can't live off growing rice alone. His wife also sells snacks, drinks, nasi goreng, and coconuts to tourists. After working on the field and the small shop, the two treat themselves to a break. They live without electricity and cook over an open fire. Their small bamboo hut needs a new roof, but there's no money for it. Today there's tumi sayur pakis for lunch, a fried vegetable dish.
Bagus yang dari di Bali ini, supaya turis bagus makan ini, apalagi orang Bali. Kalau yang petani di Bali, anak muda tidak mau kerja ke sawah, tapi banyak hotel, banyak turis ke sini. Tapi orang muda, anak saya tidak mau kerja ke sawah, tapi orang tua aja kerja di sawah. Temurun saya dari warisan saya tidak mau.
Petani.
Setuju anak saya. Tapi kalau yang tidak setuju kan sawahnya tidak bersih padi, itu apa makan itu? Turis kan tidak ada ke sini. Kalau yang tidak ada padi, turis tidak ada ke sini.
Many rice terraces had to give way to hotel complexes. Even though they are protected by UNESCO, it is unclear who will work on them in the future. The sea temple Puratana Lot is a magnet for tourists. Every year, more than 4 million visitors flock to the island, almost as many as Bali's population. Around 80% of the locals live off of tourism. The once sleepy fishing village Canggu is now a surfer's paradise and a spiritual hotspot. Many new hotels popped up on the 8-kilometer-long beach for the adventurous tourists. But it isn't just the beach that attracts them.
And exhale, hands drawn in front of the chest again.
Many come to Bali to do yoga.
Invite one more big breath to come down to the right chest.
Diaz's courses are very popular. He's been teaching at his friend Juni's yoga studio for a year. Juni's mother makes sure that the spirits are good-tempered through her offerings. This class is the final rehearsal for Diaz's class at the Bali Spirit Festival the next day.
Squeeze. Kali ini saya pengen mengundang mereka untuk mendengarkan apa yang badan mereka bilang ke mereka. Jadi flow-nya lebih kayak ekspresi bebas dari badan dan pikiran pada momen saat itu sendiri. Ardha Chandrasana, all you have to do, step your right hand in front of your right foot. And
you're gonna swap your left hand and left leg all together at once. Inhale, rise to half moon pose. Maintain one.
Surfing is part of Bali's spirit as well. Even though the Balinese tend to avoid the water, because according to Hindu belief, evil spirits and demons live here. The most successful surfer on the island, Dia, is driving to the beach with her boyfriend. The 25-year-old has been surfing since she was 12. Even though her father is a surfer himself, he didn't want to allow his daughter to do so. Much too dangerous for a girl. But Dia had a strong will and asserted herself. Her father is now proud of her.
Woi, ramai sekali sana. Di depan. Si kecilnya.
Hah?
Si kecilnya lumayan kan?
Iya. Kirinya
Woi.
ya. Mudah-mudahan pas tide-nya agak naik lebih bagus.
Ya loh. Nggak ada angin lagi bagus.
Ya. Kecil banget loh. Surfing di sana atau di sana? Semoga nggak licin. Supaya nggak ada yang jatuh. Jadi aman.
A layer of wax on the board ensures the right grip for surfing, and no one goes out to the water without sunscreen. Dia is part of the new generation of Balinese that are religious but aren't afraid of spirits and demons in the water anymore. She practices a form of enlightened Hinduism.
Menurut aku itu mitos tentang dewa-dewa yang ada di laut itu ada, cuman sekarang kita berpikir lagi positifnya. Dan mungkin orang-orang dulu kenapa mikirnya ada sesuatu yang jahat di laut yang bisa bikin orang tenggelam, segala macam, itu cuman pikiran aja. Sebagai surfer, Bali itu sebagai tempat spiritual, surganya para surfer, spiritualisme, budayanya, semuanya. Terutama saat main sama ombak ya. Jadi kalau udah lagi bermain sama ombak, aku jadi lupa semuanya. Jadi kayak fokus untuk surfing.
Yet there's a problem in Bali. The surfers encounter it up close.
Jadi menurut saya, khususnya saya sendiri, saya merasa sangat sedih karena pariwisata, terutama ya semua berasal dari laut. Terus kita seperti ekosistem ikan-ikan, dan khususnya saya para surfer, setiap kali surfing terus ngelihat banyak plastik, itu sangat terganggu sekali dan ya sedih sih.
The problem has been recognized in Bali. The Trash Heroes, a group of volunteers, regularly collect garbage on the beaches. The movement originated in Thailand. Now it exists around the world. The goal is preventing waste and collecting garbage that already exists. Mekhar Afi Buana is the initiator of the trash collecting group in Denpasar, the capital of Bali. Avi doesn't want to just collect garbage. She also wants to get to the bottom of the cause of this pollution.
Banyak orang pikir sampah-sampah kita yang ada di pantai itu berasal dari luar. Padahal dari hasil penelitian pun mengungkapkan bahwa plastik-plastik ini asalnya dari pulau kita sendiri. Dan itu karena kita ada aliran sungai tepat di samping pantai ini. Jadi masyarakat masih kurang menyadari bahwa sampah itu harus manage dengan baik. Jadi bukan dibuang sembarangan ke sungai. Bahaya. Kamu kan tahu orang buang bisa lihat ini, lihat plastiknya lagi jalan. Mami minta omnya datang ngambilin ini.
A successful day. The trash heroes have cleaned an entire section of the beach. But more work awaits them, especially educational work.
Iya. Iya, bagus. Itu paling penting. Step one untuk berubah adalah mencoba mengurangi. Hal paling gampang dikurangi adalah botol itu. Bawa tas sendiri kalau belanja itu. Terus satu lagi, kalau kita malah bisa untuk bilang tidak pada sedotan itu. Ya, hari ini sedotan teman-teman bakal ngitungin. Karena kita kan record ini. Jadi kita catat ya selama ini. Kemarin tiap bersih-bersih udah dapat berapa. Waktu ini rekor kita berapa sih sedotan? 2.000 ya? 1.000? Itu aja udah bikin pingsan dengernya. Bayangin itu tiap hari pasti nambah tuh karena restoran kita kan makin banyak.
Baru satu gini kan, satu
iya.
pantai lagi.
Iya, berapa meter nih baru? Kalau ke sana lebih parah tuh sebenarnya. Saya mau ngajak mereka lihat.
A Sisyphean task, but for the sake of the children and gods, no effort is too great. Because those who do good will experience good in turn. The principle of karma is deeply embedded in Hinduism. The roughly 30,000 temples on the island are a manifestation of this belief. One of them is the water temple Pura Tirtha Empul, which means sparkling spring. At least once a year, many religious Balinese make a pilgrimage there to relieve them of diseases with the healing water and to wash off problems. The temple complex is in the center of the island at the source of the river Pakrisan. It is well known on the entire island because of its holy spring water. Meanwhile, in Chengku, a ceremony for Dia's little sister is taking place today. She has to hurry. The guests are about to arrive.
Kalau perasaan saya sebelum upacara sih, mungkin karena sudah biasa ya, selalu ada upacara dan banyak upacara. Jadi ya selalu menarik aja, apalagi bisa ketemu sama keluarga besar. Jadi nggak sabar.
Dia has already been through this ritual.
Hai, Bi. Jadi makna dari upacara ini adalah dari gadis menjadi seorang wanita. Jadi upacara ini sangat penting karena sekali seumur hidup.
Senang aja, lebih enak dikit. Jadi dia langsung.
Di sini. Sini. Oh. Karena dari kecil orang tua sudah mengajarkan tentang agama, tentang budaya, tentang adat, dan setiap harinya emang sudah begitu jalannya. Jadi ya dari orang tua, dari keluarga sudah mengajarkan seperti itu.
Back in Ubud, Guru Ketut Arsana has built his own ashram in Ubud. Meditation, healing, and yoga are practiced here. He likes to relax through gardening.
Kalau yang smart, yang pintar, ambil cangkul, olahraga, berkebun. Di samping dia belajar yoga, kontak dengan alam, dia sehat, pikirannya tenang, jadi tidak stres, semua oksigen masuk. Jadi berkebun itu juga yoga, yoga praktis, yoga in action, itu yang paling penting.
Ketut Arsana is known as a healer far beyond the borders of Bali. In the evening, he offers a consultation hour for locals. People from all over the island travel here to be healed by Ketut. The guru heals through energy steering. His patients often go into a trance during this process. Ketut's employees make sure that they don't hurt themselves.
Stres, emosional, dia belajar meditasi, belajar yoga, sembahyang, dia dekat dengan Tuhan. Jadi dengan begitu dia percaya diri, dia akan bisa mengobat dirinya sendiri nanti.
The patient gets water that Ketut has blessed beforehand to strengthen her.
So in the West can be like a negative energy. General dia, kalau di timur dia dikristalkan energi itu menjadi white magic, black magic.
Sering kesemutan dari kaki itu awalnya dari kesemutan sampai nggak berasa gitu, batuk, sering batuk, makan salah dikit batuk, pilek, sakit tenggorokan gitu. Pokoknya benar-benar nggak enak banget. Terus ke dokter, terus kemudian mulai sariawan, berawal dari kayak benjolan kecil gitu. Ya cuma saya dalam hati berdoa gitu, mengucapkan mantra gitu.
After a long day at the ashram, the guru and his followers thank the gods with spiritual songs. The next morning, there's singing at the Bali Spirit Festival too. Diaz and Juni have arrived. The two are having a look around before his important class.
Oh, ini ada local food.
Oh iya.
Ya.
Ini buat dulu.
Jamu.
Vegetarian sate.
Vegetarian ya.
Ah, oke.
Oke.
Dari semalam aja tidurnya udah sedikit. So, udah nervous, gugup sedikit. Terus udah gitu sampai sini panas kayak begini, panas, mukanya meleleh, banyak keringet. Takutnya nanti begitu di kelas basah kuyup semuanya mukanya, terus udah gitu jadi gugup dan hilang konsentrasi. Itu takutnya di sini.
The food has to wait until the work is done. What's more important is finding the studio where his class is taking place.
Dan indah. Lu mesti bikin ginian. Mesti bikin ini. Ya. Dua. Gini.
Yeah, the riddle was like 5, but some people are.
I just don't know where to plug it. I don't know which cable should I use. Is it this one? I don't want to fuck up my phone. Huh? I need to turn this thing on.
Diaz has technical problems,
Coba.
but he needs the music because his playlist is perfectly synced to his choreography. Is everything going to go wrong at the last minute?
Yeah.
That's so that you have a problem with the sound.
Yes, a little bit. But
So can you do that?
It
You plug
should
it
be
in
okay.
here?
Yeah, you plug in here. He'll set you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It works.
It works. It's good.
More and more participants are arriving. Junie is nervous about whether everything will work.
Mungkin karena ini pertama kali di event yang besar, yoga event yang paling besar di Bali dan di dunia ya. Jadi ya sedikit grogi.
My name is Diaz, and this class is the Creative Vinyasa class. So this class is a lot of emphasizing on the stimulating your creativity into your practice. It's a base of Vinyasa flow itself, but I'm taking a lot of inspiration from other type of yoga here. And this sequence that I'm doing today is called the Dancing Warrior. Begin to move your fingers, move your wrists, move your arms. And just let yourself be free to move in any direction that feels right. You can crawl, and then come back into your cow, bending the elbows, sinking your tailbone down to the heel slowly. Inhale again, rise your back up, come to your cat, and exhale down, hips to your cow. On your next breath, extend your left arm over your head. Lift that left leg high. Invite one big breath in to come up to your chest and feel the rise of your chest as you inhale. And I hope you enjoy the practice, and I hope it can give you a little twist of what you can expanding from your regular yoga practice. So thank you so much and have a beautiful day ahead.
Kelasnya seperti biasanya fantastic. So
Thank you, Uni. Yeah, I'm quite content, for a new, because a new field is not something easy, especially when you normally teach in a place where it's already everything is already set there, and suddenly it's a totally new venue and new people. You don't know what to expect. Ini kayak perkenalan ke Bali Spirit Festival. Mungkin sekarang mulai, mungkin tahun depan bisa lagi. Dua kan ya, Mbak? Iya. Ini punya siapa? Yang ini. Oh, punya ini. Akhirnya kita bisa makan.
kaki gue udah gemeteran, lapar.
Itu deh. So, sekarang kita bisa lega. Lepasin semua.
Ketut has arrived at the Bali Spirit Festival. But even a guru doesn't always find the right path right away.
Where's for the class? Kundalini yoga. Yoga, where?
Do you know the place where they are organizing the class? Like the main stage, amphitheater?
Maybe there, before today.
Excuse me, can you check it was one? In there.
Yes, sir.
The Guru's followers have traveled from all over the world to be taught by him. They're expecting him already.
Why are you there?
This is my flower mat.
Oh my God.
She's floating, she doesn't need a mat.
In Bali, the following Tantra. The religion in Bali is Tantra. Sexual just one part is just a little part in your life. All whatever you practice, the point is raising the Kundalini. Up, down, up, down. Start burning your leg in the front. Smile. Lock your bottom. Exhale. Breathe out. Inhale out. Good. Exhale. Move your bottom to the front. Good. Hold your weight here. Inhale, open up. Exhale. That's good. Lock your bottom. You need lock. Plumpy bottom. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Put your energy in your bottom. Inhale, open up. Move your tummy. Move your hip. Go left, right. Go left, right. Your back still stiff. So you can tell your partner, your friend, just walk on your back every day, even just 1 minute. It's so important. Okay, enough, okay? Otherwise everyone want to feel.
I didn't know anything about Tantra and Kundalini Yoga, yeah? And then it was so playful. I really loved your playfulness.
Yeah, that,
and after,
that's what you
like,
need.
Lying down,
Need
I
open.
had this
You have
energy.
friction neck?
Yes, you did.
Because I can see, that's the most important. The energy not flow from the neck. I can see
Yeah.
the bone out, the stuck there, the way.
Oh, nice. Because I feel really energized now.
Yeah, we got the blood flow. Whatever type of yoga, the goal is happiness, right? So make the people happy. That's it.
Sing with us. We know your voices are activated. Here we go.
The truth seekers and kindred spirits, the gurus and yogis, are all united in one thing, the love of Bali, where yoga, dance, and singing merge into one. And in that moment, it is here, the Bali spirit.
Dalam apapun yang dilakukan, lakukan dengan hati, itu namanya yoga.